Hi, I'm Peter Webster. I'd like to tell you my story and why I highly recommend that you choose Dawson to be your mentor. So, I'm originally from an IT background, specifically programming and AI development. However, I've had quite a bad year, as you might be able to tell from my voice. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with cancer, had to stop work, and needed to buy a house for financial reasons pretty quickly. And I gave Lewis a real challenge, I can tell you that now. So, about 2 years ago, I bought a property training package. I nearly finished my training and was looking forward to having my mentor, but unfortunately, the company went bankrupt. And although I had started my property journey, it came to an end because I lacked support. So back in November 2025, about 2 months from now, I had a chance meeting with Lewis on a landlord presentation. And I had a specific problem at that time. I arranged a meeting and asked him if he could help me with my problem. And indeed, he said, yes, he could do. So I signed up with him. So don't get me wrong, I was very sceptical about Lewis and whether he could help me with my problem. But I must say, I've really been pleasantly surprised. And I'm going to tell you about a few things that I think are advantageous on the way that Lewis does things over and above the way other mentors do things. So the problem that I had 2 years ago when I started my journey was one, I was going to be a new landlord and having no experience, that put me at a disadvantage with lenders. The other thing is, the training that I got showed you how to find an investment area, but you had to do all of the work yourself. Whereas Lewis has got a system where he's got an area that you can invest in. Also, because you're using his team, that is also a plus that lenders like. The other advantage that I found was on the training that I had previously got, you had to find your own power team. But with Lewis, he's already got his power team in place, and what's more, he gives you access to that for no extra charge. And that puts you in great stead with lenders because they want you to use, builders that have got a proven track record. And because Lewis's builders have, again, that gives you an advantage over normal starters. So if you've been looking around for a mentor, you might say to yourself, Lewis's prices are a little bit more. I can find another mentor cheaper. That might be the case, but they certainly won't give you the advantages that Lewis does. Another thing, never look at the cost of the shovel when you're digging for gold. So as I've said, I'm about 2 months into my property journey with Lewis, and I'm about a week away from completion on my first property. I'm very confident that's going to go through now without any problems. But in the last 2 months, Lewis has saved me from one, buying a property on an auction site where I was going to get ripped off with 7k fees, and secondly, buying a house that had really bad subsidence. So I dodged two bullets that I might have been caught with had I not had Lewis as my mentor. So in the next 4 months of my 6 month property journey with Lewis, my son and I will be starting up a property sourcing company. And again, we know we're going to get all this fantastic support from Lewis. So I'm sure that at the end of my property journey, I'm going to make another video telling you about all the exciting things that I've managed to achieve with Lewis's help. So I'm going to say bye for now, but I hope to see you in Lewis's PPA community channel. And if you'd like to contact me directly, have a look at the link below. Bye.